Hello, Falcons! Welcome once again to your favorite part of Friday, the Falcon Time News. I'm Riley Brooks.
And I'm Avery Schaub.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Salsa on the beat.
Girls and boys soccer tryouts begin October 22nd. Make sure that your physical packet is complete to try out. See Coach Raziri or Coach Frick for more information. Girls soccer is selling anklets and mugs for $5, so be sure to get yourself some of those.
Now here's Bailey with a new staff spotlight with Miss Martanovic, a new assistant principal for the sophomores.
How many years of experience do you have as an assistant principal, and how has that been for you?
It will be 2 years in November of being an assistant principal, and I absolutely love my job. Although I miss being in the classroom, I like to work with students in a different way and also being able to work with the teachers more.
What has been the greatest challenge for you this year?
I would say my greatest challenge is getting to know the school and the students and the adults, just getting used to the Fivay way.
Boys and girls interested in wrestling open mats, it is happening right now in preparation for the upcoming season. Please see Mr. Road in room 3119 for information.
We're now going to give it to Hunter Berger with a report on the class size epidemic.
3 in this set of parentheses.
Upon entering a classroom in any given Pasco County school, you may realize that things seem a bit cramped. This feeling may come from the school board's violation of the Florida Class Size Reduction Amendment, a state amendment passed in 2002 that limits the amount of students in a core high school classroom to 25. Along with this violation comes a respectable fine that Pasco County continues to pay, allowing them to get away with having upwards of 45 kids in a single class at one time. We caught up with a couple students and faculty members at Fivay High School in Hudson, Florida, to hear what they had to say about this violation.
I think the hardest thing that class size has an effect on the student is it's a little bit easier for our students to get distracted in bigger classes. It's harder for the teacher to give as much one-on-one attention to each student, to make sure that they're all on track. By the time you've got 40 to 50 kids in a class, by the time you get to that 50th kid, the first person you checked on is already back to being distracted and off track again. So it's a little bit easier for a student that chooses to be off track and not be participating on a daily basis to fall into the gaps and not get recognized as easily or as quickly.
I mean, when there's so many students in a class, and I mean, there's students talking, there's students not doing their work, there's some students that are working on top of him trying to teach, it does make it a little bit harder, because when you really do want to learn and you want to ask him a question, he's too busy telling a student to be quiet or telling a student to get back to work. While I'm sitting here struggling with math, there's other students that don't really care, don't really want to do their work. Instead, they're getting the attention that low-key the people that need it deserve. So, yeah.
As a teacher, the biggest thing that having additional students in a classroom changes is the amount of grading that goes along with the course. If I have 5 classes of 25 students, then I have 125 kids. That's 125 tests to grade, that's 125 homeworks to grade. Not so bad. But if you have 40 kids in 5 classes, you go from 125 tests to grade, 125 homeworks to grade, now to 200 tests a grade and 200 homeworks a grade. So it's a lot of additional work when it comes to grading and entering grades. Now if we have kids that turn in assignments late or turn in tests late, it's a lot more work to keep track of, and it's harder to get the kids the grades that they rightfully deserve when we're doing a lot of additional grading, and a lot of our time and energy is spent doing things that are on top of just keeping kids on track. Education-wise, in general, I believe that smaller class sizes allow us to better reach the most kids. If we have kids that need additional support, whether it's in math or in reading or in science or whatever it may be, the smaller the class size is, it allows me to spend more individual time with each student. So if I get, let's say I get 50 minutes a week where I can dedicate to one-on-one working with students. Well, if I have 30 kids in a classroom, that's less time that I can spend individually working with each kid. To better suit our students and to educate us all properly, and to give every kid the education that they need and deserve, we need to find a way as a society to refocus our energy and our finances on education so that we can stop this cycle before it becomes out of hand. The more we allow class sizes to grow, it's okay as long as our students are dedicated and focused on learning, but it's easier for us to lose track of the kids that need the most help. And at the end of the day, the more kids we lose track of, that's more kids that aren't going to graduate and are going to not be able to go on and go to college. So if we want to reach everybody and we want to educate everybody equally and fairly, we need to make sure that we have the opportunities for teachers to get them caught up on things that they may or may not be behind on. And we can't do that with class sizes that approach 40 to 50 students in one period.
From overloaded grading responsibilities to not receiving adequate instruction when needed, classes that violate this amendment negatively affect both the teachers and students of Pasco County. In order to give the highest quality learning and teaching environment for the Pasco County schools communities, this board must take action to lower their student-to-teacher classroom ratio to at most 25:1. This has been Hunter Berger with a special report.
Wednesday, October 17th, there is a pre-girls soccer tryout meeting at 2 p.m. in room 4115. You are encouraged to attend. Bring your completed physical packet as you will need it to play. See Coach Rosieri with any questions. Now let's give it to Amy Durner with the special homecoming spotlight.
Good morning, Falcons. This is Amy Durner. Homecoming is coming up October 13th in the gym. Homecoming tickets are on sale right now for $15 this week until the 5th, and $20 starting on the 8th next week. Before you purchase a ticket, you have to pick up and complete a homecoming dance agreement. This form will be turned into your grades administration team. All of these forms have to be approved before you can buy a ticket. You must attend all classes Friday, October 12th. Students' current grades must be a 2.0 or higher. Students cannot have more than 5 unexcused absences in one period, and students must have no level 3 referrals, no more than 1 level 2 referral, and no more than 3 level 1 referrals. If you want to bring a guest, the back of the dance agreement form must also be completed and approved. Dress-up days will also be going on next week. The homecoming dress-up days are: Monday is PJ Day, Tuesday is Hero vs. Villains, you can dress up as either, Wednesday is Disney Tourist Day, Thursday is Favorite Character Day, and Friday is your Class Spirit Day, so wear your class colors. To get into the dance, you must have a government-issued ID and a ticket number. All guests must comply to the Code of Conduct requirements. If you have any questions about your attire, please be sure to ask an administrator. Once the dance is over, you must leave within 30 minutes of the dance ending. Failure to be picked up from the dance within 30 minutes may result in suspension. Please see Coach Bullwinkle upstairs Building 4 Quad or Mrs. Martinovic downstairs Building 4 Quad for any questions. This is Amy Durner, signing off.
Welcome back, Falcons. Here's Bailey with a new staff spotlight with a new U.S. history teacher, Mr. Alexander.
How has the transition been to Fivay?
The transition to Fivay has been really easy. I've had a lot of people help me out. It's been a great time. So like all the coaches and all the administrators and all the people in the junior quad have been really awesome in helping me transition here. So it's been really easy.
And how many years of teaching experience do you have?
So this is my second year teaching here at Fivay. My first year was at Gulf Middle last year. So yeah, I'm working on my second year right now. I love it here at Fivay. It's a lot of fun. Between coaching football and all the kids and the atmosphere of the school, it's been a blast being here.
What is your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge probably been, I've doubled the number of students I had when I was at golf, so it's been really challenging grading papers and you know, making sure all my classes and stuff are good. But it's been really easy because of the people that are helping me here. So.
Class of 2020 shirts are on sale now. Check or cash to Miss Lawrence by the 12th to get in on this order. Thanks for supporting the class of 2020. Now here's Hunter Berger with a special sports recap.
All right, welcome back for another segment of 5A Sports. I'm your host, Hunter Berger.
And I'm Michael Condento.
Let's get right to it.
Yes.
So, volleyball played last week. They got a 3-1 win, and they're now 7-0, first in their district, seeded first. Amy Durner came in. She had some key serves, saved the game. The team, Pollock says, struggled at first a little bit. They came together as one unit in the end to win the match. And Maddie Triglia, another highlight player, played very well on defense.
Good job. Way to serve it to them, ladies.
Now we have cross country. They ran Saturday at the Mitchell Invitational cross country meet. Sean Molnar ran 8:14, a personal best for him this year.
Wow.
He was
Good job,
21st out of 266 runners. Pretty decent. For our girls, Amanda Bohm ran her season best, 24:26. Finished 48th out of 155 runners.
Way to run up there.
Cross country will play next Saturday at Weeki-Wachee Preserve. And football. Football lost 35-0 at the half due to a lightning delay. We talked to Durchik. He said, main thing, we need to come out a little bit more confident, lose that adversity, that it will affect the next play, you know. Our punting team, they tried a new formation on Friday. It worked very well, so even through the bad times, we learned some new stuff, got better.
Shout out, Nikki. You did great.
Of course. And then we have golf. Golf both shot their average against our River Ridge last week. Both golfers will move on to districts.
Way to drive it to them.
And I think that's all we have for you guys today. We'll see you next week on 5A Sports.
Baseball Open Field is going on now on Tuesday through Thursday, getting everyone ready for the upcoming season. Come on out and play. You won't regret it. Here is Christian with a special firefighting report.
All right, my name is Mike Sherwin. One of the teachers here teaching fire science. I've been in the fire service for about 14 years now, working for Pasco County Fire Rescue. So our main goal for the year is to continue to build interest in the program. It's a 3-year program that at the end of the program you will have Firefighter 1, which allows you to move on into the career field. So the hope is to continue to build interest and gain our student base into the program. So a normal class week for us is a little bit different than most. We have 3 instructors that teach the program. And that's because each one of us is working our current shifts. So we work for 24 hours at the fire department, and then we have 2 days off. So on one of our days off, we teach here, and it's sort of a rotating schedule. And the classroom is a mix of inside bookwork, and then as the program kind of progresses, there's a lot more hands-on. So the students will learn utilizing ladders, ropes and knots, hose lines, different things like that. So it's a good opportunity to get a little mix of being in the classroom and also getting outside.
Hi, my name is Joe Coleman. I'm a Fire Science 1 instructor here at 5A High School. Fire Science 1 is a program that will get kids involved in the aspect of firefighting. It's a 3-year process, so you'll go through Fire 1, Fire 2, and Fire 3. As a young student in high school, like everybody else here, I was uncertain of a career. So once I found the Fire Academy, once I graduated high school, it was something that I loved to do, to help people, to help my family and friends, and to help the community, keep the community safe. So this gave me an opportunity, once they offered the fire science program at the high school, that I was able to come back and educate the kids at this level so that they can advance themselves through college. The big picture for this program is to get kids to realize that there's other aspects in life that they probably weren't considering, that they can go through, and from their sophomore year, junior, and then senior, you'll progress through the Fire Academy portion of it. Once you turn 18, you can, once you graduate and turn 18, you can grade or take the Fire Certification 1 test, which would allow you to go halfway through the Fire Academy and start off at the halfway point instead of starting all the way at the beginning, and give you a leg up in your career.
Senior class of 2019, t-shirt sales are going on now at all lunches in the cafeteria. The shirts cost $15 each. Get out and buy those shirts. That's it for the news, Falcons. I'm Riley Brooks.
And I'm Avery Schaub. Have a fantastic day, Fivay.